Hello overcomers, thank you for tuning in. Once again, I'm here to share value with you. This is what I want you to do. I want you to get a seat, sit down and relax while you watch this video. Did you know there are two stages of romantic love? There is a first stage and there is a second stage, and a lot of people fail at the second stage. They are unable to transit from the first stage to the second stage, and that makes most relationships not able to last long. The first stage of romantic love is the euphoric stage, that stage of excitement, that stage where it takes no effort to show the other person that you love him or you love her. That stage where when you do something to your partner and he or she is like appreciating you, you're like, I'm delighted. That stage where it is very easy to sacrifice for the other person. And so this stage only lasts for maximum 2 years. It is that stage where you're just happy being beside each other. You can text for like all night. You can sacrifice your sleep just to communicate with each other. At this stage, communication is not a problem. But as time goes on, the second stage pops in. The stage where you have to be intentional. The stage where it's like the feelings are fading away and it's like it's requiring some efforts from your side to keep the relationship going. The stage where you need to put in some work if you want to get results. It's at the second stage of romantic love where you begin to face a lot of problems. You begin to feel like the other person do not love you based on the things they do. They don't give you that undivided attention. And at this stage, your partner may still love you but do not really know how to communicate that to you. It is at this stage that you begin to have a lot of misunderstanding. You begin to have a lot of struggles in your relationship. I am here to share with you value that I got from a book I read, and I believe that is going to bless you. It's going to bless your relationship. So like I said, just relax and I'm going to break everything down. At the second stage of romantic love, the solution is knowing the other person's love language. When you understand your partner's love language, you can easily communicate love to him or her, and you will be able to overcome the second stage of love. You see, a lot of romantic relationships that you admire had those moments of struggles. It's just that these two people decided to overcome their struggles. It takes one person to scatter a marriage or a relationship, but it takes two healthy people to build. And the health I'm talking about here is not just physical health but mental health. So let us dive into love languages. There are basically 5 different love languages, and everybody has his or her primary love language, and that is one love language communicates to you more than the other 4. The first love language is the words of affirmation. These are people who believe that if you cannot say it, you cannot do it. These are people who consider your words so much. They need positive words from you, words that appreciate them, words of admiration. Tell them how good they are. Tell them how positive they are. Tell them how productive they are. Tell them how good they are at something. People whose primary love language is words of affirmation, you might find them asking you questions like, what do you think about this dress? What you think about the dress is very important to them. Tell them what they want to hear. Affirm your love for them always. Your words in their ears are like drops of rain on dry land. The second love language is acts of service. These are people who believe that action speaks louder than words. They consider all the little things you do to them as love that you show to them. So if you love them, you need to assist them in one way or the other. Is it by splitting wood? Is it by assisting her in the kitchen? For her, that is love. The third love language is receiving gifts. For people whose primary love language is receiving gifts, every little gift that you give them speaks. The gift do not have to be expensive, but let the gift be a gift that they are going to appreciate. Sometimes if you're not able to know what they are going to like, ask them. There is no problem with asking. Now when they make a request, at least you're sure that what you're going to get for them, they are going to value it. The fourth love language is quiet time. For these people, they want to spend time with you. Sometimes they do say you don't have time for them. Now they just want to be with you. They want you to spend quality time with them. Spending quality time with someone is not about being together at one place. It's about giving them your undivided attention. They just want you to be with them and communicate. You can take a walk together, and the fifth love language is physical touch. For people whose primary love language is physical touch, touches speaks a lot to them. Is it by caressing them? Is it by cuddling? There are appropriate touches and there are inappropriate touches depending on your cultural background. Appropriate touches speaks a lot of affection and love to them. Inappropriate touches are demeaning. So you want to be careful the kind of touches you're giving to them. So these are the 5 different love languages. It's important you know your love language and know the love language of your partner so that you utilize these love languages as tools to keep your relationship going at the second stage of love, where affection is built. There is something I want you to get. The primary love language of your partner is not something you must do in order to earn their love. It's something you must do in order for them to understand that you love them. So how do you know your partner's love language or your love language? If you're the kind of person that is always giving out gifts, then your love language is receiving gifts. If you're the kind of person that you're always pouring out words of affirmation, then there's high probability that your primary love language is words of affirmation. If you're the kind of person who is always giving a helping hand, then your love language is acts of service, because what you do to people most of the times is what you want them to do to you. God bless your relationship, and remember, nothing good comes easy, and not even a good relationship.